A Tennessee man was arrested after posting a meme on Facebook. I mean, that sentence is insane. What? Why are things like this happening? How does something like this happen? Well, I'll get into the details, right? And what is a massive violation of this man's free speech? A former cop, which makes it even more interesting, right? Posted a meme of Donald Trump. Wait, what? Hold on. Posting a meme of Trump that quotes him. How is that worthy of jail time? I don't understand. Well, he was posting it in a thread about Charlie Kirk. Okay, specifically a memorial, right, or a vigil, I should say. Larry Bushart, the 61-year-old former cop, posted an image like this. Okay, so you can see that's from everytown.org. And it's quoting the Perry High School mass shooting. We have to get over it. Mass shootings in this country. You know what? We got to get over it, though. Okay, yes, children are murdered in their classrooms by deranged gunmen, but you know what? We just have to get over it. You know, something, Second Amendment. Bit of an irony here, as this Trump administration basically now has a list of gun owners. Yeah. You know, that whole hysteria about how the government's gonna make a database of all the gun owners in this country and take away the Second Amendment. This is what the Trump administration's doing, is getting that database. So, I'm just saying, it's really weird. But anyway, the text added to the image about this, again, this quote that he used in the context of, why should I care about a slain podcaster? He posted, this seems relevant today. And that is a good question. Why the hell should I care about these kinds of shootings when the president of the United States, every time a deranged gunman goes and murders a bunch of school kids, you know, he just says after that, get over it. Just get over it. What? No, no. Now, of course, unfortunately, you know, a lot of Republicans that have already gotten over all of those shootings because, look, if a bunch of kids getting murdered in the classroom does not, you know, lead to any changes, any changes when it comes to gun laws, then, I mean, there's nothing that's going to change. The president of the United States, when he was a candidate, was also shot at by a deranged right-winger, okay, with a gun. Still didn't lead to any changes when it comes to gun laws. So nothing will ever change, okay? As long as we have these same people in charge that get paid by the gun lobby. But anyway, now, speaking of mass shootings, by the way, there were even more mass shootings over the weekend. Like, for example, what happened in Leland, Mississippi, and 2 other universities in the state that were also celebrating homecoming. I mean, there's just shootings everywhere. But Donald Trump says, get over it, unless it's his friend Charlie. Look, obviously, mass shootings and assassinations are horrible. You know, I don't like that we live in a country where this is normal, okay? But, you know, look, we should not be getting over it, okay? That's my point. We should not be getting over this, okay? Now, Charlie Kirk was shot by a cis white male while talking about mass shootings, and was, of course, blaming them on trans people and gang members, which is kind of ironic, but I'm just saying. But anyway, that post triggered some of the people on the thread, which apparently included police officers. On September 21st, he had posted, received a visit from the Lexington PD regarding my posted meme. According to Sheriff Nick Weems of Perry County, Numerous teachers, parents, and students had interpreted Bushart's meme as a threat to carry out a similar shooting at nearby Perry County High School. No, I'm not sure how you can get that from this, or even the context, okay, of where it was posted. But nonetheless, Bushart was arrested the following morning on a charge of threatening mass violence on school property and activities, which is a Class E felony punishable by between 1 and 6 years in prison and up to a $3,000 fine. Not only that, but his bail, guess what, was set at $2 million. Okay, there are people who do actual heinous crimes that do not get $2 million bail. Again, this was for a meme using a quote from our president about a different school shooting. Insane. And to add to the insanity, you have Tennessee, who just recently passed a law that went into effect July 1st, which says that anybody posting bond has to put up at least 10% of the total amount. And bail bondsmen also must. They're required to charge a premium fee of at least 5% of the total bond amount. So even just to get out of jail ahead of trial, state law says that Bushart must have to pay a bondsman at least $210,000. And I'm pretty sure he ain't got that lying around. Who does at this point, unless you're rich? And in this country, if you're rich, you can get away with crime. Now, Bushart had posted the Trump meme, according to Weems, right, to indicate or make the audience think it was referencing our Perry High School. No, it didn't. Investigators believe Bushart was fully aware of the fear his post would cause and intentionally sought to create hysteria within the community. Weems also told local radio station WOPC that the meme had alluded to a hypothetical shooting at a place called Perry High School. No. It's absolutely laughable. Come on, that justification for arresting this guy and taking away his freedom of speech, by the way. Come on. I mean, it would be actually laughable if a man wasn't literally having to sit in jail over a Facebook post. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay? Now, in a statement to the Tennessean, Weems singled out this Trump meme as the only offender, really, saying that while other posts that he had made were quote-unquote hate memes, okay, they were not against the law and would be recognized as free speech. Hate memes, everybody. What do you mean hate memes? Well, one of them was Charlie Kirk at pretty much at the moment that he was shot, sitting at a desk, and it basically is the Steven Crowder setup where it said, release the Epstein files. Changed my mind. Okay. Another was a Sopranos meme where you had Tony and I believe it's his wife. I'm not a huge Sopranos person, sorry. But it said, Tony, Charlie Kirk died. And him responding, so, I don't give a shit. Provocative? Sure. But remind me what MAGA said about people's feelings. I believe it was something along the lines of, fuck your feelings. Yeah, that's what they would say. But suddenly now they've got a lot of feelings and are throwing people in jail. Okay, calling the cops on people over Facebook memes for not feeling sad about a podcaster who was pew-pewed, okay? This is, by the way, what the First Amendment was created to prevent. And yet here we are, clearly violating it over something that was not actually a threat. I mean, come on. True threats, by the way, is according to David Hudson, professor at Belmont University School of Law, speaking to Reason, okay, which is a libertarian blog, said true threats are not protected speech, but not everything is a true threat. This seems to me to be a heated rhetorical hyperbole which is an incredibly important concept, or should be, in true threat type cases. Yeah, and again, this was not a true threat at all. But yet, now you have a man that is in jail over his speech. And even if the case gets thrown out, which I think it's likely that it will be, because it should be, this man still will have spent months in jail before being given his first hearing. So, because he couldn't make the insane amount of bond money that it would require. I mean, this case right here, and the hunt that this regime has went on for those who didn't fall to their knees immediately and sob publicly over the death of a right-wing podcaster, shows you how selective many of these people are when it comes to who still gets rights in this country, i.e. speech, and who doesn't. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.